author and a coach. Again, I coach well. I've been coaching actually for about 8 years. I absolutely love what I do. Moving into doing some leadership coaching for some new and seasoned leaders. Somebody else is coming. Good morning. Come on in. And so this morning when we were planning this out, we really wanted to give y'all, like we said, no fluff, but some real stuff. Some stuff that you can take back and say, you know what, yes, no, maybe so, I need to follow up. And so what better way to start than looking at your leadership style? A lot of people, how many people have children here? How many people have ever been on a church committee or a committee at work? How many people go to work, lead a department? And so we're all leaders, right? Sometimes we don't want to be leaders. I haven't always wanted to be one, but as it is, God is like, well, you're going to be one because I said so. And so I'm cool with that now. But the thing is, we see people, we see good leaders and we see bad leaders, right? Yodit is a friend of mine and a very good leader. And I say that because she led me through a personal crisis some years ago with love and patience. And so those are good qualities that we want our leaders to have, right? Our leaders don't always have that. We have some leaders that you wonder, what kind of test am I going through? Because I want to call Pookie and Tyrone and invite him outside behind this building. And we do what we got to do. And then when we come back, I don't want your feelings to be hurt, but it's all going to be okay. And so when we are wanting to start a business or we want to start a nonprofit, we're going to be the leaders. Like the face of Bravo Foundation is Jamie, right? The face of Youth Vision Runners is Vanita. The face of My Coach Shar is me. And so more than seeing who I am, I need to know what my style is. And I need to know so that I'll know if I'm a North person and I have another North person as my virtual assistant, we probably gonna clash. Which means that the mission of the vision, the organization is not going to go forth as it should. And so we need to know what we're doing so we know how to compensate for things that we don't do as well. Yes? So everybody had, I want to start out with a quote, I'm sorry, y'all. So, and thank you, Vanita, for allowing me to be in front of folks and for trusting whatever you see in me. Ellen Fisher said, life-fulfilling work is never about the money. When you feel true passion for something, you instinctively find ways to nurture it. That's probably why y'all here, right? You want to help people with financial literacy. And if you do stocks, let me know, because my children are so excited about buying stocks. I'm receiving them for their birthday and Christmas gift. We had to talk about that. We were like, and so last week they were like, so can we buy stock now? I'm like, yeah, y'all got more money than me. But let's see how we can do it. So yes, I would love to have you that. Jamie works with young girls in the school system. Yodit works with everybody. Honestly, she really does have a passion to just help people be better people. And if your action, so you all are clear that even though you've been in the leadership role, and we'll assume one going forth, that you are a leader, right? Can we just put that to rest, put that on the table and say yes? Okay, yes. Wonderful. So if your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you're an excellent leader. And I really like that quote. Dolly Parton said that. So you all got the assessments, yes? Okay. Will you take them out, please? So, I took the assessment with you all, and as a coach, I've taken, I don't even know how many assessments, just a lot of them, because I don't want people to do something that I haven't done. I can get you copies here. You'll leave them right behind you. Sure. The turned over page, if you just give her, yep, it's a set of 10, so she just needs the 5 pages.
May I have a second?
Of course.
Okay,
who needs one? Okay, all right. So you ladies can take it now, so that you'll know what I'm talking about, because I budgeted some time. That's okay, darling. It's snow, it's winter, we good today. But I wasn't surprised at my leadership style. It's consistently been who I am for a lot of years. So did anybody who took it, were you surprised at anything that came up? No? Okay. You got one, you have one, I need one more down here.
That's the one for you.
Okay, thank you.
Passing it.
Y'all, I don't want y'all to think I got my shades. I left my regular glasses.
Do you
at
need
home.
readers?
I might be able to see them.
Sure. If not, I'll give you these. One of them. Thank you.
Yes. Ma'am, on the end, what's your name?
No, I got them. I'm sorry, I'm Talisha.
Talisha. Okay, wonderful. Talisha. And so what do we have her saying?
Does she do well?
What is one thing you do well, Talisha?
Usually I'm able to speak pretty well. Like, you know, kind of get my point across.
Okay. You're still doing that.
Yeah, like,
I need
She has
one.
a nice voice for broadcasting.
She does.
Thank you.
She has one. You have one. Everyone has one. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So ladies, I'm going to give you a few minutes to take this assessment, and when you're done, let me know. I'll start with me. So my work style is not a surprise, and if you kind of read through as a coach, you probably guessed which one I am. So my first one actually is West. I'm analytical. I will thank you a problem 7 sides from Sunday, because that's just naturally how I am.
And you are West.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm West and South. Those are my two. So I am analytical and and strong empathy. And empathy you need as a coach, because you really don't want to be kind of abrasive. Though there are days that I am. I don't need any comments. I don't need any comments. You sure?
Yeah. Are you sure? Are you positive?
I need no
Oh, okay. Not a problem.
So some days I am a wee bit abrasive, but I want people to get it, and I want people, they don't come to me and spend money with me to stay the same. You come to me as a coach to figure out how to move something forward, so some days I am not either of those two.
Really? I'm sorry.
For the most part, I am those two, which is why I do what I do. And so let me back up a little bit. I'm also a business consultant, and I forgot to say that. I've done that for almost 10 years. I've seen over 2,000 people, and I've helped 400 actually launch a small business. 6 have done over $100,000 a year. And the others, I don't quite know because they don't keep up, but those are the ones that call me back, and those are the ones that I know did it in that time frame. So I do have a lot of experience doing this, and I've seen a lot of people, and sometimes it is a conversation about coaching and saying, so as a leader, is that really how you want to talk to your person? Because let's be clear, we get more done with sugar than we do with vinegar.
Absolutely.
And just like you were willing to offer your reader glasses to Talisha without hesitation, that's what a leader has to do. So let's talk about you all for a few minutes. Jamie, what's your top style? If you don't mind sharing, if you don't want to share, I'm okay with that. But I'm sorry, Vanessa, what's your top style?
I score equally as West and South.
Really? Okay. Okay. All right. She's gone.
East and South.
East and South.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I'm sorry, what's your name again?
T-Spar.
T-Spar. Okay.
I think it's kind of hard because I think, and I know this is a different score than I got at home,
Oh, okay.
but I think I have North, East, and West pretty equally.
Okay. Okay. And so South was your highest or lower?
Lowest.
Really? Okay.
Surprised me too, but
Okay. Yeah, because you were ripping them glasses out like that. There you go. On the end, what's your name? I apologize.
Hi. Apologies for being late.
Hi, darling.
I had an interview this morning, but
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
good.
if it goes well for you, if that's what you want.
Yes.
Okay.
so my name is Essence.
Essence, okay.
And I can tell you last what my style is.
Okay. Tell us one thing you do well.
I plan well.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. All right. Have you completed the assessment yet?
Not yet.
Okay, go ahead and finish it. We'll come back to you. You're fine. You're fine. Talisha, you're done?
Yes, ma'am.
And tell me about you. What's your highest one?
So my highest one was empathy,
Okay. Okay.
which wasn't surprising, especially when I read like the cons to it too.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely, I know that those are my weaker points.
Okay.
Having trouble saying no. Like,
You have trouble saying no?
yeah,
Okay, so do this with me. Say no.
no,
Say it again.
no.
Say it again. Like for real. Just
No, yeah.
can I have your sunglasses?
Like, no, I did not want to say. She shared hers first.
I was giving you a thing to say no.
there you go. And what was
no,
next for you?
The 2 times were West and East.
Oh.
The one I had 10 in empathy, 5 in West and East, and 4 in action.
Oh, okay. Okay. Darlene, did you take it?
Yes, I'm just finishing it up,
Oh, okay.
and I am so south
Yep.
that it's crazy.
Yep. It makes sense though.
As a librarian,
Yes, ma'am, it does. Yo, Dee,
9 East.
All right.
I have to tell this story. Like, I did this late last night and I was a little bit tired. And so I wrote my score on the styles taken to excess side, and I started there and I was like, oh, I am horrible. And then I was like, this cannot be. Then I found something slightly more affirming. I was like, I ain't telling nobody this tomorrow.
Did y'all see some of the stuff?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Poor follow through, not time bound. Tends to be enthusiastic early on, burns out later. Easily frustrated, overwhelmed. Overall, just someone you don't want to see.
But we have all of that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing. Is
ouch, it's real, right?
It is absolutely real, and that's the thing. Is if you want to lead an organization, you need to know who you are, because who you are is what people will follow. So you know, if your folks don't follow through on stuff, don't be looking at them. Because your desk a hot mess. Because you ain't even get the grant in last week when you were supposed to. Because that's you. And so there is nothing wrong with that, because we can't remake ourselves. But you can see what you do well and what you don't do so well, and put people in positions to help strengthen your weaknesses. And really, that's in essence what this is about. Yes, ma'am. You have something to say?
Yes, I kind of think that it's not just knowing me, but it's being able to do what we're doing here. To be able to be honest with people about who you are and not feel threatened by what they can do that you can't, or you know, you don't have to rule with a iron club to be the leader. Those are terrible leaders.
Exactly.
Right. So I think what you're implementing here, it's very valuable to me, because in the position I'm in, I can't just go let my hair down with everybody.
Right.
And when I try to do it, a lot of other leaders will try to be like, oh, that's not a good leader. You're never supposed to show them you're a human being. I'm like, duh. What's wrong with your picture?
Yep.
So this is really good, just to be here to follow you.
Thank you very much. And that actually, I'm gonna give to you, Jamie. I'm sorry. The thing is, there was actually a caption yesterday. It was a cartoon, and it had a manager, and he had a person, and he was holding him up like he was getting ready to bang him. And then there was a leader, and the leader had water he was pouring over him to help him grow.
Calm down.
And so really, that's the thing. A lot of people say, well, I'm a leader. Well, you may be in a position of leadership.
Right.
But people follow leaders, right? You know, if you accept at my house, and I'm, you know, this is just how it's going to be. But for the most part, as a leader in a position with an organization, whether it's your organization or another organization, you have a duty to the people that want to be with you. They came to you because there's a purpose in what you have. But how you treat them determines how far they go in helping you get that purpose across. So you really have to know, you know, and like I said, I've learned as a coach, I can't always be abrasive. And my clients know in the beginning,
I'm sorry.
I'm very loving, I'm very kind, I'm open no matter what, and I tell them it's no judgment, because I'm not here to judge you. That's somebody else's job, but it's not mine. But when they get off course, I will use a firm but fair hand to get them back on course, because ultimately the goal is to get you where you need to be, and I can't let you do everything you want to do to get there. I have to give you some level of tough love, and so I tell them I'm tough but tender, and that's my disclaimer. But I have some pretty good results.
You do.
With my clients, so it works. But I've learned a long time ago that if you never affirm people that you lead, if you never let them know that you are human and I make mistakes, and yeah, I messed up, and so we didn't get what we wanted to get, but let's try again, I take the responsibility for it, they are less likely to follow you the next time. They may follow you, or it may seem as if they're following you. But when you get to those results and you say, I'm in the same place this year that I was at last year, why is that? It's because something's going on with you, and you do have to take the responsibility because it's your stuff. Ms. Jamie?
I am West and East.
Okay. Okay.
All day long. That is me all day long.
Okay.
That's a good combo, though.
It is, but
You can
it's
analyze
work.
yourself.
Yeah. Yes.
But we all need work, and that's why we're here. And so people said different things. Oh, you didn't get your turn because you were out. That's okay. And so we do need those people. Like I am West and I am South. So I can't be empathetic and analytical all day because I'd be done cried myself. I'd be depressed. You think about it. I've got empathy for somebody else, and I'm thinking about all the ways that I can help them. That's enough. I'll be burnt out by 5 o'clock. So I can't do that. I need somebody that's like, hey, okay, fine, wipe your tears and let's go get this thing done. Right? Like, and I know that. So I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not afraid of it because the mission is bigger than me. And so if I can get that on a cellular level, doesn't matter my deficiencies, I can find somebody else to say, hey, can you help me with this? I just need some help. And yo, Benita, I am not prideful. I will call people and be, hey, listen, I need this. Like, it's probably the opposite way. They probably don't want to see me call because I know what I need help with. And I know that I have a destiny to fulfill and I can't do it all. So,
We don't mind your calls.
huh?
We don't mind your
No, we don't.
Good.
I'm gonna add myself to that list that we don't mind your calls.
Thank you. So what's your top style?
I'm actually the same as you.
Are you?
Okay. A southwest, or I should say west south, because it's the higher number,
Yes.
the more.
Yep, that was mine too. Yep.
So, and it was pretty accurate.
And it would be, because think about it, you all want to start nonprofits. You all have seen a problem, you've seen an issue, you've seen a societal ill, and you're like, I want to help with that. I want to rescue them. I don't want them to go through what I went through, so I will. And that really should not surprise you that you're like that. I mean, that really is the basis for why a lot of people start what they start. But be careful, because those will keep you struggling. And they'll keep you at a level where you may not get the vision to come to fruition. I would
I just want to say I have to get back to work, but I really appreciate you all being here. I'm Southeast. I didn't say my
Oh, okay,
but
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm like visionary and empathy, and I'm really big on. I'm a strong Christian. I go to Triumph Church and
Which one?
West Campus. So I want to do. I like helping girls grow in their walk with God and stuff like that. So I want to do a nonprofit with that sector. And my friends and I, we were just talking about how it's so empowering to see all like black women that are above us doing stuff like this, because it just empowers us. We were just talking about wishing something like this was on campus. So hopefully you do something like this again. And I can get in touch with y'all.
For sure.
So,
Yes.
so you see the lady with the blonde hair? She's a mess, but she's my mess. And so she don't mind me saying this. But
I do. I want to object.
She don't object. I connect with her because what we want to do, she has done for lots and lots of years. I'm not saying that any other women have not, but whatever that is, she can help you. Yolene is her name. We will start. Are you going to be there when we leave?
I'm working until 1 that I have
Then you
class.
should come back up here before you leave.
Okay, I come
We'll
on.
get your information. Is that okay, sis?
Yeah, or you can follow Lips and Hips and
Yes.
learn about our program and fund the future girls. And
Yes. See, I thought she does a lot of stuff.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Not a problem.
All right, have a blessed day. everybody.
You too. Thank you.
That's why we do it, right? And we want to see that.
Yes.
Like we want to see our girls not succumb to the images that we have that are out there about us. Because we are like that thing. Can I just be like that for a minute, y'all?
Yeah.
As if I hadn't already. But we are like that deal. And I was watching something, and it was just really amazing how just everyday nuances tell us that we're not enough. That we don't have what it takes to make a difference. Well, Hidden Figures shows you that we do, whether it takes 60 years to get the recognition or not. And that also says that we've been doing it for a lot of years. So, you all have the approaches to your work style when it goes right and when it goes not so right. So the styles are taken to excess for me is being bogged down in information or analysis at the expense of moving forward. I've done that. Like, I'm for real. Analysis paralysis was my nickname because I can give you anything you want me to speak on. I got it at home. I don't care what it is. I have it. But as far as getting to the point where I would execute, that's where she came in. Is saying, okay, Charlotte, you got a whole lot. We had some conversations, y'all. I won't talk about them. I will just say that I didn't always come out liking her.
Me or
I did.
Benita? You talking about Benita, right?
But they got me to move forward. And things started to happen because she's an action kind of person. She's a visionary. Don't get it twisted. But when it comes down to saying, okay, we need to get this thing done in 6 weeks, bam, mama got it together. And she ain't gonna let you slip. I may have gotten an occasional text that I didn't want to see. Oh, yo, D, oh, I called her back after I got this done because I'm really not getting ready to write and get it done. And so we need that. And so for me, that was one of the things that I had to do. Sometimes I may appear cold or withdrawn in respect to others' working style, and it's really not that. I am very discerning, and I'm very, I don't want to say I'm introverted, but I feel what people are feeling. And so sometimes I have to move back to that, because I'll think more about what you're feeling than the goal. And I don't get either of us any place. So I had to know that about me. And then as far as my empathy, losing focus on the goals when I believe the relationship or the needs of people are being compromised. That's it. Now, I don't have trouble saying no. I'll tell you no. I'll tell you no in Spanish. I'll tell you no in English. I'll tell you no in a sentence. I'll give you whatever you need, but I don't have a problem telling people no. Because I've learned that I can't do everything, and I shouldn't. And so I do internalize difficulty, and I do assume blame way more than I should. And so I've just had to check myself when I'm doing things to say, okay, listen, is this really you, or is this really you? And so I have honest dialogue with myself all the time. That's saying that people are smarter when they talk to themselves. I'm like, I've been doing that forever, whether I'm smarter or not. I know at a point where I am. But as a leader of my company, as a leader for my employer, I have to know what I do best. Because if Jamie says, well, hey, can I help you, Shar? I don't know. If I don't know me, I don't know what I need, so I don't know how to ask her for help. And that's the one thing. Sitting around this table are some amazing women with gifts and skills and talents and passions to help each other get to another level. And so as long as you're open for it, it'll always be there for you. So ladies, I did have more, but with the time, I am done. I do want to give you one quote, and I'm going to get out of your here. Says, we treat our people like royalty. If you honor and serve the people who work for you, they will honor and serve you. And Mary Kay Ash said that. As someone who is consulting with their company, I know firsthand that they do their people right. And as a result, they're a $1 billion debt-free company. They stay in the top 10 of places to work, as well as places to sell for direct sales. They're known for their quality, and there's a reason for that. So as you go on and learn about the impact that your business is having, make sure you get to a point where no matter what's going on, you treat your people right. Because at the end of the day, it's them that are going to push this mission forward. And if you treat them right, I promise you they'll treat your purpose right. So ladies, thank you for your time. And I'm going to turn it over to the amazing, fabulous, multi-talented, it is my pleasure to introduce, I can't even tell you. If there was anyone I would not want to go behind, it would be her. I know her personally as a friend, as well as a mentor. She is my sister. She is a former record label owner, a feminist record label owner with only male artists, y'all. Ain't swinging that blah okay? She has done a lot, and she has a lot more to give and a lot more that she's going to do. So it is my honor to introduce you to Yodique Meskin Johnson.